Hit the button. Shit, I better put on a hat. Yeah. What a bunch of horse shit that show was. What's my note? I made one note here. Oh, yeah. The one note I made was about Toby calling for the lead searcher to find it this year or, shut up. Hey, Toby, double blazes, buster, butthead. The shithead. Your show, I only watch it to see what, if you're commenting about you. And you were commenting about me because they were talking about the stuff about that. He started to talk about drawings, that there was nothing in the drawings. Hey, Whoopi. Hey, William. Yeah. Yeah, I'm blackballed. When they did the marathon 3 weeks ago, and he told me he was going to have me on at 9 o'clock, and it didn't happen. Didn't happen at all. Oh, I'm sorry. I was flabbergasted over Susie, coming in my pants and shit and whatever, You still fucked me, didn't you? And then Mike said, you know what? Next time we're going to put you on first. I watched yesterday. Oh, dang. I didn't know that. We're bringing Shannon out of the closet. She's coming back out of the closet, and we got this big lineup, and Bill Gorman's not included. You know what? When you fucked me the first time, Mike, and you left me out, me and Rodney Greenway. I think it was Rodney Greenway, or it was there's another guy with a name close to that. And he told both of us we were going to be on, and no. You probably told him the same time I was supposed to be. And who knows, Because everything's up your sleeves and out of your ass, Yeah, everybody, well, we all got some good ideas, but according to them, I ain't got a one. That red Ford cowling out in my shed doesn't mean anything. It's not associated with Buffalo Cowboys or anything, Not one of those assholes will even say, hey, Bill Gorman's got the Buffalo Cowboys car with the 50 caliber round to the nose described in getting shot down in Vietnam. And it's a red Ford. This rusty red Ford. And Dots and me, Prone Purist, the Poem Purist, you ain't gonna. Forrest said you got to read the poem, read the book over and over again and stuff. And he's going to find it with just a poem. Good luck, And then he calls into Toby and he's talking about a chapter in Too Far to Walk. Oh, you just left the poem. And they're allowed to go in their rabbit holes. I'm not allowed in my rabbit hole's forbidden. It's like forbidden archaeology. You can't talk about it, nothing, I try, when Toby does his show, I put in test, enter, and it shows up for half a second and disappears. That means they've still got me blocked because last year I said that gypsies lack imagination, and they do. I mean, they're in there talking about sex and the Mitzi and cornholing, talking about playing cornhole with his daughter. I don't think that's legal, Toby. You can't play cornhole with your daughter. They'll throw you in jail. There's a reason I don't have respect for them. It's they don't have respect for me. I don't have to respect people that don't respect me. And it came from them first. I'm trying to be friendly. I was friends with Toby and Shelly, at the, what was it, the book signing, the Once Upon a While book signing, I think, and then after that, this thing at Toby. Oh, Bill Gorman personally insulted me, and he said I lack intelligence, or I lack imagination. Oh my God, I'm so hurt. Screw you, bitch. That's what I think. Screw you, bitch. Hey, you people got me blocked and blackballed, and even Dale Neitzel, when I put in a t-shirt design, he deletes all the votes for my shirt. All of them. Completely crooked. And then when you try and say something about, oh, well, you're an asshole for bringing that up, that people are cheating you, blackballing you and all that. You know what? They're an asshole to me. I'd be an asshole back to them. Kpro, all the excitement. She's been on this search a year. Mike Cowling has not once put boots on the ground to search for the treasure. He thought it was boots on the ground to go to a Forrest Fenn signing. That's not boots on the ground. I don't know. What do we do? I live in a world full of assholes. Treading water on the top. The cow is South Show, yeah. Yeah. It just picks me up. When I first turned on to Toby-Shelly, he was talking about something. Oh, he was talking about he was talking about safe deposit box and things like that. There are other things besides safe deposit box, especially if you're in the art business. The art galleries and museums, and there are storage vaults for art and precious things that's not in a bank, because the bank might not. He said, Forrest Fenn, I don't know if the bank will be around. I know the museum will be there still, but the bank might not, because the museums rely on donations and all that stuff. And what was a pain in the ass? Yeah. And one thing I don't like is people that won't stand up for me. People that won't go on the show. Yeah, I see them in their show and kissing. Don't be kissing Toby's ass and try and say you're my friend. No, it doesn't go. It's if you're my friends would tell Toby, hey Toby, what the fuck's wrong with you? Why the fuck you blackballing Bill Gorman and putting him off? Won't let him chat. Won't let him do nothing. Never part of any, no conversation about it. And yet he's starting to creep up into my area, my search area. And the thing about he wants somebody that's gonna find this lead searcher thing. I'm the lead searcher, and he's well, you find it this year or else. Well, one of my theories, it's not my only theory. Some people claim it's my only theory, is that it's in a vault somewhere, and that's my only. No, I still go looking for it. That is I've looked and I found so many blazes. I've collected so many of these blazing bananas that I'm beginning to think that is a possibility. That's a very real possibility that this is a contest. And he's going to pick the winner, put that person's name down in my last will and testament. Here's his last will and testament, basically, or the start of it. He's saying this is my last hurrah, my last. Because he says he only spends 15 years on anything. And when he wrote this book, he knew he was on his he was 80 years old. Not many people make it past 95. So he knew he was on his last 15 years when he put this book out. And what's the thrill of the chase is finding that ancient archaeology and reading the stories of the past and all that stuff. And I said, what was the other show? That's where someone else's stream today was. They were talking about Alan Kay. He's talking about Rockwell and all that. Forrest Fenn. Someone asked Forrest Fenn, well, isn't that a Rockwell drawing you got in your book and whatever? And Forrest, well, I didn't realize that was a Rockwell. It's because somebody 14,000 years ago put it on the rock wall in the canyon. Rock wall, not well. Rock wall, and the rock wells are on the rock wall. I mean, and people just want to shit on that. Shit on Bill Gorman's. Well, it's not a theory. I actually found rock wells on the canyon wall, and that's why they're in there. Yeah, Suspicious Observer. He's just down there. He's down there in Albuquerque, New Valley of the Sun. Steve. Oh, is Steve in here? You know what, Steve? It's not a crappy attitude. I earned it. They pushed it onto me. When someone shits on you, kicks your ass out the fucking door and shit, when you didn't do anything wrong, you're going to be upset with them. You're going to be upset with them. You know? You let people shit on you and you, I'm so happy about it. I'm so happy that they shit on me. No, somebody shits on me and I throw the shit right back at them. 26 years to the end. Yeah, I told Steve about his comments, and his comment on my last video or whatever. And he can, climb up Toby Eunuch's butt. He's a eunuch. It's not Eunice. He changed it from eunuch to Eunice because he didn't want to be known as a eunuch. Yeah. Yeah, when they tell you, hey, we're going to have you on at 9 o'clock, they don't do it. We'll put you on first in the next one. That's out the window. Everything, fuck Bill Gorman. Fuck Bill Gorman. Yeah. And Bill Gorman is supposed to smile and be happy about that. Screw them. If it is like I'm thinking, what he says, that's what all the old I don't know if my National Geographics aren't that recent, but in like the 50s and 60s or 40s, they would have ads that you can to win a prize and you can go home let's make a deal, and you can go home with this brand new Cadillac if you're the winner. You can see it right there, but you have to be the winner to take it home. And the winner is going to find all his art and archaeology that he's got detailed in the drawings in his book. The end is in my drawings. Nah. Yeah, the end's in my drawings. He's telling you right there in the book, in the poem. There's Sean, poem purist. It's in the poem. Sean refuses to discuss their will. Their will. Their will. Will is hidden under there. Where is the treasure? There. I can keep my secret where? As I have gone alone in there. That is the first place mentioned. Where is where? And then he says where? And then later, so when he says I can keep my secret where, he's talking about there. And then he brings up their will There will be no paddle up your creek. That's their will. Will is in the poem twice. There two of everything. So, it just gave me an idea that I might got to look up and research that. I better make a note. And then the other thing, when I went streaming yesterday, and like 10, 20 minutes after I started, or 10, 15 minutes after I started my stream yesterday, Kpro and bullshit come on. And then I dropped from my normal 20, 30 people down to less than 10, because those people, I guess, they like what comes out of them. Bill, who's the man and woman in the picture? Which picture? Oh, no, that's Adam and Eve. That's that picture. That's from 14,000 years ago. Who knows what they're? I got to make up names for them because I know it's not Judy Nudie because she's in a different rock. But that is it looks a little like Sally Field or something. Look, I don't know. It's kind of a 20s hairdo or something. I don't know. Blue hair though, and people expect, oh, you mean that's just rocks. It's like, you don't know what 14,000 years of erosion looks like on art. That's why I tell some other artists, I said, what's your art going to look like in 14,000 years? It's on paper, gone. It won't be here in 14,000 years. The only art that lasts that long is art on rocks. And they were talking about the rock pile or something on one. I can't remember which one it was. But they were talking about the rock pile and stuff, and the pile of rock. And he says, find a good-looking rock. If I gotta give Jack water. He's saying that if you heard him, he looks at his bowl and he goes, I'll get you some water, Jack. Hang on, I'm getting water for the dog. Here you go. I had to go get Jack dog food today and stuff. So I had to go to Tractor Supply and went to Walmart. And then I went to Pizza Hut. I'm gonna start calling it Pizza Butt. I was gonna make a meme, Pizza Butt. the big round butt, and the waist would fit right into the little Pizza Hut topper thing they got above their thing. So I could use their logo and just put a butt behind it almost and change the P into a B and add an extra T. But my neighbor that came by that was here camping across the street left this. I don't know. I rarely, if I drink, I have 2 drinks and stuff, and out there for another year. Yeah. Toby's premises that the lead searcher produce it this year. If what you're saying is true, produce the treasure this year or shut up, right? That's awfully. You telling Forrest to hurry up and die? If it's if it's in his will, You can't put a deadline on finding it. You can't put a deadline on finding it because that's still a possibility. Because, well, how about this one, Toby? If it's still out there, then you produce it by the end of the year, or we'll say you're full of shit. You know, because you say it's still out there, and some might say it was never out there. It's not a prank or a hoax or anything by it not being, because there actually is a winner. If there's actually a winner, then everything is still true. You know, in the book you know, if someone besides Forrest Fenn goes home with that chest at any point in time, before or after he passes, that's proof that the treasure hunt was real. Troy Barlow brought up the proxy thing, and that's basically the proxy premise and stuff, is that there's another item out there that you need to collect and to claim the treasure. Well, all the art that's out there, that's across his book and stuff, and it is the proxy item. You know, there's the paint easel, the paint palettes that have the painting on it with a girl with, you know, bare butt and the boy climbing up there. That's a rock formation right next to Treasure Falls. There's Rockwell drawings on the canyon walls. That's why Forrest said, "Oh no, I didn't recognize that as Rockwell, because some guy, you know, Fred Flintstone painted that 14,000 BC." So there's a scavenger. It's a scavenger hunt to find the art. The drawings are in nature. You find parts of his drawings in nature, like the little Rockwell boy with the father there. The boy is there on a rock right next to the boy that's the Biddy's boy on the Biddy's drawing. You know, they're right next to each other, and you don't, by any, you know, extreme chance, find two figures from this book in the wild on the canyon wall side by side by some freak chance. That's not a natural formation in nature there. Show searcher's timeline. Yeah, I'm not sure, because by the time you get the thing there and I read it and you're like 3-4 minutes back in what I was talking. So I'm not sure how you came up with that. As Bill said, Toby, stay if there was a lead searcher, they must recover it in 2019. Who gave? Yeah. He didn't have authority. Hey, Tony Driver. One of my other groups on Facebook, I just let a Tony Ryder in. Tony Ryder and Tony Driver need to go riding together. He's Tony, and I'm Tony. I'm the driver, and he's the rider. Yeah. So, yeah, you know, the reason I got my teeth done was because a lot of people will criticize people, just go, "Oh, he's missing a tooth. He's a worthless scum." You know, and just because someone's missing a tooth or something don't make them any less human than you. You know. Oh, there's 27. My God. Yeah, so you gotta find it this year, or shut up, basically. Is that okay? So, Forrest, you know, Toby wants me to prove that it's in your will by the end of this year. I can't do that, Toby. I can't prove that it's in his will by the end. I can't prove that until after he passes away at his own free will. Yeah, I know. Sean's. Oh, he's coming on another hour and a half. He said 11:30. It'd probably be well, it's Friday. He'd probably be at the bar, right? and you know, Sean could say, "Hey, let's get together in Pagosa Springs," and I'd say, "Okay," and I'd go and have a beer with him, and we could have a conversation or something. But I'm totally out of the conversation. Don't ever discuss anything that Bill Gorman has ever brought up. and, and all they'll say about, oh, Bill went nuts on the show. Bill's crazy. Bill's nuts. Nothing about Bill's solutions and what Bill has found. Nothing. Yeah. Yeah. See, I'll be up that sometime between now and February. I'll be up there. Everybody just wants to somebody listen to their extensive research. Yeah, well, you see, I found the word wood is cut out of the forest. Like if you had your lawn was 10 inches tall, and you took your lawnmower out there and you wrote the word wood in your lawn with a lawn and okay, the blades of grass are trees, okay? You mowed down all them trees and left the word wood cut out of the forest. That is the wood. And then you realize that wood is art. Wood is, art cut into the forest. It's actually art. According to Eric Sloan, wood is art. Wood grains are art. If you're brave and in the art, you're an abstract artist, and you can see these shapes in the rocks. And Forrest has told many people to bring, or a couple of people I know at least, if you're not good at art, be an abstract artist. And art and archaeology and fishing, the wilderness, basically, the mountains and the pine trees and stuff. Yeah. Hey, yeah, maybe we could do if Sean wants, we can do a live show from a bar in Pagosa. I know a good bar too. Friends own it, and they were going to put up my Buffalo Cowboys car. The bar was going to hang it in there. I got to talk to them again. They probably would, because if it was there, because Pagosa Springs. Pagosa means pungent, smelly springs. Oh, 10:30? I'd be off before he starts, because once somebody else is, my whole room empties out, And I don't know why, because Mike Cowling's never searched, and he's the expert, He'd be a better car salesman, When I think of him, I think of a car salesman or one of them timeshare salesmen, It's about selling you something, and all he's selling is cow pies. Thrill of the chase. TOT says either. I'm still, hey, Jason. Yeah, Jason's been here. Jason's come here and camped with me. I camp full time, it's a camper. RV. Officer Gassison, arrest Sean Martinez. I wonder if you're allowed to go hunting Is everything around Clovis, New Mexico, kind of you can't go searching for arrowheads there or what? Where are you, Bill? What town? I'm near Blanca, below Mount Blanca in Colorado. I'm about 70 miles north of Taos. And somebody said I was in BFE, bumfuck Egypt, and it's like not really. It's takes me 16 miles to Alamosa. I'm not that far from town. There's a little town here. It's 8 miles to Blanca, and they don't have much. I don't even shop. There's that Blanca fudge. If you like fudge, Sean is asking if you have a headset. Yeah, I got a Bluetooth and these things. That doesn't have I got a microphone too. one of them, gold things. But yeah, I got other headsets. You mean one with a microphone? Yeah, I can. I got a smile to. No poop on the show. I won't do live with poop. Not even after I take a pee. A headset. Yeah. The only way I can stream is with my phone. So if he sends me a link, I have to open it with my phone because the tethering speed to my computer won't do. The phone has the speed. The computer doesn't. They won't. Verizon won't let me go high speed from the computer. So I don't watch any videos on the computer. Okay. Yep. No problem, Sean. You want the elephant? This is a good book. This is a really good book. This is the first book that I read cover to cover. And it has to do with there's a guy has a YouTube channel. You are creators, I think it is, and it's all about programming your. This is about programming your future in your mind and to manifest your own reality and things like that. And I'm into that. That's kind of, that's Thoth stuff. That's why Forrest Fenn has a Thoth on his desk, or I don't know if or his credenza or whatever. He's got a Thoth and ISIS and I think to work tomorrow morning early, so I won't be okay. Yep. And look here. The first thing on here is a Fenn F. I don't know if you can see that. It's hard to, because the light's up there and it's not hitting it right. But see, there's an F right there on the corner. I think there's another one. No, there's one on this end here. No, it's the other end. There's a Fenn there, F, right here. So there's two F's on there. Why? And there's a reason he has Osiris, and because Thoth is out here in the field. I'll give you a tour of my solution there if you want, Sean. A live tour. I can show you where the palette drawing of the painting is next to Treasure Falls, and where the gypsies are on the canyon wall across from Brown's Ranch, and you'd learn all the way to where the wood is, and you see if you're braving into wood. But once you get to the wood, what's the second omega? What's the mirror of the beginning? The mirror of the beginning, because it brings you to the wood. But this art that you find from the home of Brown to there, it's all along, and they're the bananas that you're grabbing along the route, and the blazes and bananas, because they're at both ends, and then, so once you get to the wood, then you're really looking at the art more, and you figure out the thing about the father at the gate, at the door to the school. He parked by the sign, said Principal Fenn, and then that's where I found the Biddy's boy and the Rockwell boy, and then I found both from going there, because I was there and I looked across the key, and what the hell's that? And I thought it was like a pair of legs and an Indian reaching into this big tree, and it turned out it wasn't a Indian. It was it's a man riding an ibis. Sure, we can talk on it, or whatever the chat room wants to discuss. Yeah, you bring it up, Al. But Bill, I don't see Sean. Sean's all right. He hangs out with the wrong cowboy. If anybody, what was I going to say? Oh, well. I just wondered when Shelley called Japanese yellow, I was like, oh, you know, and the guy was defending it and shortened Japanese with the 3-letter. Or it's like, dude, you can't say that either. Japanese don't like that either. Because my grandkids are all half Japanese, so I don't like people putting them down either. I don't think Sean will be all right. I don't think he'll, you know. I don't like being ignored, and you know, it's like in the popular FinTuber channels, I don't exist. You know, I might be in the chat room in some of them, but you know, there's no talk about, hey, the Buffalo Cowboys car, red Ford. There's 2 frogs in the boxes. In the box, there's 2 Fords in his book, 3 Fords actually. Miss Ford, the Buffalo Cowboys car, and the Model B Ford. I peeped. I don't know. I don't remember what it did. It was fun. But there's 3 Fords, and that Buffalo Cowboys car. That's exactly the same as the cowl that I found here. If you ever watched the video where they were with them 3 blondes searching around Yellowstone, they found an old Chrysler or something, you know, and it's a car. No, it's nothing near the precision of what I found. And the thing is, I found it in the middle of a meadow in the D of the word wood. It was in the D of the word wood. And Forrest says he was sitting on a seat cushion in the back when his brother and friend were up in the front. And I found it's like mattress springs, you know, the mattress is gone and all that's left is metal springs, but it was a seat cushion size, you know, down by the creek right in front of it. Yeah. Well, he said he was just sitting on a seat cushion in the back. The rumble seat's the trunk that opens up, I think. How many blazes? He said his father was lighting several lighting blazes, and is it several or this is the last page? If he knows everything about me, he's pretty busy lighting candles, some of them at both ends. So, if some of them, how many is some? That's maybe 3, but not many more than 3. That's 3 or more, but not many more. Is some, maybe. So he's lighting some. So there's maybe 3 to 7 blazes that are lit at both ends. And the main blaze, the path of the poem from below the home of Brown to is way deep into it. By the time you, because you have to read his, kind of understand that he said he was going to take it with him, you know. And there's a place that relates to taking it with him. And when I went down, and you just keep, and you don't know how much further down the road it's going to keep going, you know. And you got to search all of these spots along, because that's what that, you know. And now I'm down to where the stout-hearted men are. It's beyond where the Miss Ford waking him up at his desk is, and Moses comes before that. I could say which ones, you know, come along. So there's the gypsies first, the painting on the paint palette second. That image is up on the canyon wall, and then there's no place for the meek, and the heavy loads, and the water high. And when you go below the water high, you find the word wood cut out of the forest. But in the W of wood is Skippy's helicopter contraption and the ZPU gun. In the D of wood, he tried to get D's, but he got a lot of F's. He's trying to make me laugh. I got a good moderator. So, you know, it just goes. So it gets there. The Forrest Fenn's totem is just beyond that, and there's a big mushroom cloud. It's kind of like the wood. It's the mushroom cloud, meadow shape. You know, it's the mushroom with the column coming up to it, and that's right by Fenn's totem. There's a bathing hole there. It's like a 3-foot deep hole in a 4-inch deep creek. You know, the creek like this is this deep, but then there's a 3-foot hole that's about the size of a hot tub, you know. And I checked in there, went around the bottom of it, and my metal detector, I'd want just a pinpointer to go down the bottom of that with again. I don't trust my metal detector in the water. The first time I stuck my metal detector in the water, I went, it's like, and I had to get the coil replaced. It's $500 coil. And, yeah. So I don't get to take my teeth out till later after Sean. So he's probably getting ready. What time is it? 10. Yeah. So, oh yes, okay. All right. Well, I'm getting burned out on talking about for right now. But I'm going to have to start my generator so I don't run out of power in the middle of streaming. And my phone charges even when the computer's off. It's still, you know, the little 12-volt phone adapter. It'll keep going. The inverter for my AC power is turned off, so that's why I got to start my generator. But I've got most all the clue. You know, it's all there. I found it. They're the bananas. The blazes are bananas. So, I gotta get used to. I'm still getting used. I've only had these a day and a half. I'm getting used to them. You must. Yeah, I've been out there a couple times. I went out last Sunday and took a bunch of pictures. Like, look at the thumbnail for this thing. Craig Carter. If you want others to respect your opinion of what you find, you would agree you need to respect their opinions. Well, their only opinion's been that they don't want Bill Gorman to be part of the community. So, and you know, I look, Toby-Shelly blocked me and still have me blocked from a year ago or whatever from saying all I did was put in the chat, the gypsies lack imagination. And look at what Jimmy Fast says and what Totally Mitzi said. Totally Mitzi gets away with more than I got away than I didn't get away with saying they lack imagination. You know? And then Toby's bringing up cornholing. Yeah, I don't, you know? And the other thing, they give me so much shit. And my life ain't easy. I've got blood cancer. I got lupus and Hashimoto's. I got to inject my vitamin B. Where is it? See? That's how I get my vitamin B out of a vial. Because my intestines won't absorb it, so I have to inject it once a month. It's probably about time. Too. Yeah, I should have on the 10th, so I'm a couple days late. So once a month I do that. Ranch. Mitzi's not a winch? No. Mitzi's. And I figured that out long ago that Mitzi wasn't she. It's not Mitzi, right? Yes, yeah, Eric. Yeah. Give me a wrench. A wrench. You need a ratchet. So, okay. Well, I'm going to end so that I can get. Well, I got half an hour. He said 10:30. It said 11:30 on my computer. I guess he changed it. Oh, no. Scroll up. Subscriptions. See, I browse with my computer and I do my video and all that. All videos on the phone. Arizona treasure hunter. Oh, I was looking up what time it says. Probably changed it. It says 11:30. That's probably 11:30 Pacific then, huh? Or no? 11:30 Central? No. Where do you live? on the dark side of the moon, in the full spectrum of the dark side of the moon. I'm in near Blanca, in the middle of in Bumfuck, Egypt. They say I live. Blanca, White Mountain. It's White Mountain over there. It's a supreme mountain. Yeah, it's not really. You know, I'm right in between my hunting area and my grandkids. So, and in the winter, I'm here on my 5 acres I've got, and in I don't know if I go like this next week or a week before Fenbury. I'm thinking of going up and grabbing a spot in one of my camp areas and tell people, hey, you know, if you want a place to camp for free, week before and week after Fenbury, here we go. We can have a big party for 2 weeks. Yeah, well, I got some confidence yesterday. Dennis finished all. I've been waiting 2 months. You know, and these are why I haven't been. You know, because they took what was there, and I had to wait for these to come in. I didn't care for doing streams without my tusk. 2-week party, Bill. Where's weed and shrooms? Yeah. No, the shrooms are only illegal in Denver. Denver only, the city, I think only. Not, I don't think, probably not the county, probably just the city. I don't know, or it might have been in Denver County. I don't know. But that's no fun in the city. You got to be out in the wilderness with Quanah Parker. Go to the Indian church. Free apple Black Daniels. No, it's Jim Beam. So they dare me to take a sip, eh? Take a shot. I got a good shot glass. It's a bullhorn, Hornitos, peyote. I bought some. I brought it back too from Mexico. I brought a bottle of mezcal. I had brought a bottle of mezcal back from Mexico. I wasn't thinking, you know, but customs, they're looking for drugs. They don't care if alcohol bottle. Oh, that wasn't even enough to swallow. I just got some on my tongue. Ooh, sour. Sour apples. Eat the worm. Yeah, I ate the worm. Shared it with a friend of mine from Chicago. I was living in Silicon Valley, working at a. That was funny when I went down to Mexico. I was working at a place called Telaway, and my boss was always drunk by 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay, we'll see you, Sean. I'll get out of here before that. But I was an engineer, and we were making these auto-tune combiners for cellular systems. And what it takes because you have 5 channels or 6 or 8 channels, and all those channels have to go into one antenna. So it's kind of a mux thing. It combines all these different frequencies onto one antenna. wire, you know, and the cavities are auto tune combined. The cavity, because the temperature would change, and so and the frequency of the cavity would change depending on frequency on temperature, and so there was a ceramic uh, thing inside that the motor would move it in or out to change the frequency for the temperature. So that's what we made, these combiners. And it goes Solomon cellular sites and stuff. But anyhow, the boss, he was drunk by 9 a.m. And the owner of the company, I went in to talk to him one time, and where you at? And he was over in his closet pouring a drink. It was 10 in the morning or whatever. And he was a pilot too. He go flying around drinking. I think he flew into over Area 51 once and got chased out of there. But the company got bought by Rockwell or something. Rockwell. Is that the same Rockwell? Rockwell Electronics and Rockwell the artist? Maybe related. All right, diplexers. We call them auto-tune combiners is what we had. On the satellites, we had muxes, and they were cans staggered along this rail, and they had all the screws in them and stuff for tuning them. But stuff on the satellites, if somebody dropped a part, you couldn't put it back on. It couldn't go on the satellite, any parts that were dropped. And the guy I replaced, he had dropped 2 TWTAs that were $125,000 each. So he destroyed a $250,000 of expensive satellite electronics. Buzzing. Yeah. Oh, he did? My uncle had a student pilot. He was training a student and crashed into power lines. I think my uncle was flying and he blamed it on the student. My dad got his pilot's license taken away for buzzing our house in Mountain View. It was right across from Moffett Field, Wow. Yep. I was thinking about getting an ultralight because I can land it and take it off right here. And I could go see some of these areas, I can see it over there, but how the hell am I going to get there? I thought, a horse, I can get it. Maybe I should get a horse or a mule or something so I can ride out there. And that's a lot of maintenance. You got a motor for one? Yeah, you do. You showed me that. Yeah, they have. I think they have some really reliable new ones. It's one thing. I don't want to be up there, and I want to get some new technology. But that thing, I wonder how that would work as a wind generator instead. It's got a motor on it. So, okay. I think I'm gonna need to sign out so I can go outside and water the sagebrush and one night just be a better boat anchor. Yeah. or a shop fan. You put it up in the fucking window. Put it up in the window. That'll beat the hell out of that swamp cooler. Oh, my phone is 69%. It's on the fast charge cable. Yeah. Yes, it would run somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, my dad used to have an old it was an old furnace fan, and the board that goes up in the attic to, you plop it, you're in the closet and you push the board up in there to get in the attic. He took that board and mounted that fan onto the door to the attic, and so it would suck air out of the house and blow it into the attic and out of the attic. So all the air in the attic was air coming out of the house, and so the attic didn't heat up so much, and so the house stayed cooler. Yeah. Yeah, I want to, when I go flying, I want. I was watching a show on ultralights, and the guys, oh, this is the latest that, and the things, they made the gas things so that they can restart easy and all that now. The old stuff is all right. Thanks, Sean. I'm going to get off of here now and go water the sagebrush, start my generator. Okay. Yep. We'll see ya.